Hello. Hello. Welcome to the show. How are you? Good to see you. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. Just gone 5 o'clock here in the UK. Monday night. Oh, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. Or we could do that one as our little Christmas duet. Sorry, I'm just thinking back to the earlier show. If you didn't watch the earlier show, you'll have no idea why I just said that. Craig and I are thinking of doing another Christmas song this year. Baby, it's cold outside would be a good one, actually. I got to go away, but baby, it's cold outside. Welcome to the show. It is a masterclass, but baby, it's cold outside. This evening has been. Welcome to a masterclass, which ties in quite nicely with what I'm singing, because it is a Christmas-themed masterclass. All Christmas goodies on the show, from the Holly and Ivy collection to our Christmas shaker tags we've got on the show. We've got Touch of Sparkle, we've got Jingle All the Way, we have got nutcrackers, everything you can think of and more on the show. Shop the show for all the deals. And with it being a masterclass, I know Craig has got some demos up his sleeve, but we are open for requests. We are open for your questions. If you are stuck for ideas, please get in touch and we would love to help you out and make it as interactive as possible. You know, like we do with these masterclass shows, we open up the floor to you guys. So get in touch, say hello, ask the questions, and let's make it a lot of fun. We've obviously got our Christmas jumpers on as we are doing all things Christmassy. If you've got your Christmas jumper on whilst you're watching, feel free to send in a pic. Let's say hello to the man the other side of the studio who, yes, has gone all Christmassy, just like me. Mr. Craig Laird, is that a new jumper for this year?
No, it's not. This is the one that we sang our duet in last year.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear. Hashtag Ox.
Hashtag even more Orcs, because I only watched it about 2 hours ago. Put it on my Facebook page again.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I'm dreaming.
That was great. That was so good. I know, what can we do this year? We need to get thinking of that one. Not long to go. But yes, masterclass, we're going to have a look at the Holly and Ivy collection. Yes, I said it right. We might be having a look at Christmas sentiments. We've got shaker tags. We've got glitter glues, Jingle All the Way. We've got our Touch of Sparkle, cute characters. We've got loads and loads and loads on the show for you to check out. So many items on the show. We're not going to have time to have a look at it all. So always check out, of course, across on the website. But yeah, I know when we come back to me, Ben, we're going to start with the Holly and the Ivy.
Yeah.
We're going to have a nice, chilled, relaxing start, and we're going to do a little bit of colouring.
Yeah, do get in touch, because you know we have got a lot on the show. So if there's something particular that you want to see, we are here to serve you. We are here to serve. We've got Jan on the socials tonight, and already in is Barbara Dawson saying hello from Barbara. Hi, Barbara.
Hello.
Julie Palmer joins us. Jenny Barge is in. Saying hello from Ohio. I feel like I've not said your name in ages, Jenny, so hello. Lovely to have you with us. Also, Teresa Campbell. Hello. Pat Demarest, hello. Saying hi, Ben, Craig, Jan, Super CTV crew. And on Minecraft Crafting, friends from a beautiful New Jersey, you say. Jane Adams says, good morning, everyone, from a fabulous Las Vegas. Hello. Hi to Vanessa Fuentes. In Florida, Karen Hogue joins us in Richmond, BC, watching whilst I work. Watching whilst you work.
I was thinking exactly the same as well.
We're like one mind, aren't we?
We are. One mind.
Deborah Spencer says, greetings from a stormy Texas. Christine Mahoney says, hello. Again, hello. And Kirsty D says, good evening, everyone. Ben, I see you liked my Nessie. Yes, I did, and reshared with the Family Nest theme tune. I hope you appreciated that. I really loved the fact that you made a Nessie out of the numbers. Very clever. Right, that's a few hellos done. Feel free to send in your hello, and we'll say hello. We'll ask you a question. We'll hopefully get your request done, but we are going to start off with the Holly and Ivy collection. If you want the paper pads, they are individuals. However, this collection brings you all of the hardware, if you like, from what is a classic and classy Christmas collection. Let's start off with this beautiful 3D embossing folder. Absolutely stunning with your Holly Evergreen, that one's called. Absolutely beautiful detailing that. Just a classic embossing folder that you'll use round and round and round again. And also, along that line, this creator card with the Holly and Ivy, just absolutely superb. You've got the outer die there as well, so if you want to cut that in, you can. If you want to cut it to place elsewhere on a project, you can. Again, plenty of paper piecing opportunities there, lots to be colouring in. You've got the Holly also then in stamp and die form as well. So obviously with this being Holly and Ivy, you're going to see a lot of that plant within this collection. You've got it as a beautiful edgeable as well. Once again, plenty of opportunities to be paper piecing there. You've then got this really cool stamp and die set. This one is called it's just called the Holly and the Ivy, where you've got this beautiful stamp. If you just want to stamp that onto your project, you can multi-stamp it to create a beautiful frame, but then you've got your little edgeable die there too. So you can basically cut this, stamp this, then cut it into your project wherever you want it to go. So you've got multiple ways to be able to use that beautiful stamp and die set. Then you've got this beautiful scroll with Holly. So again, you've got the stamp there with the scroll on. You've then got the words, the Holly and the Ivy, which you can stamp onto your scroll, and then you've got more Holly and Ivy in stamp and die form there as well. I mean, that scroll just useful for so many other collections as well. Whatever the words might be, you can stamp them on there. Really cool embossing folder, the Christmas music. This is a 2D folder. If you bought that music collection that we brought to you recently, the little box, this would go really nicely with that as well. Got that beautiful kind of like old-fashioned detail on there as far as your musical staves are concerned. Then you've got your Holly and Ivy sentiments. This is a really lovely set because you've got all of these beautiful dies where you can create your little tags, you can create your little panels for your sentiments. You've got tons and tons of foliage dies there as well. Some of those with that beautiful cutting detail into the leaves there as well. And you've got some great sentiments like Happy Holidays, Christmas wishes, and Season's greetings. And then talking of sentiments, you get a ton more as well. The beautiful Merry Christmas in die form. You've got your Christmas message. So you've got your main kind of Christmas detail there, but it gives you at Christmas, may your life be filled with love, joy, and peace. And then lastly, if it is Christmas sentiments and verses you're after, then you've got them within this collection as well. Merry Christmas to someone who's always on my nice list. You've also got in this set, may your heart be filled with love, joy, and peace this holiday season. Merry Christmas, oh, we've done that one. The Holly and the Ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. Wishing you a festive Christmas season and a peaceful new year. Blessings to you this Christmas season, and it's the most wonderful time of the year. You've also got sending you lots of Christmas cheer. So that is the full set as far as your hardware is concerned from the Holly and Ivy. It is discounted tonight, just £72 if you are a Platinum member, $88. As I said, if you want the paper pads, they are available for you as an individual item. A few more quick hellos and we'll get into it. Hello to Zoe Carver in West Sussex. It's wet in West Sussex. I think it's still dry here, I want to say. It's dry but cold. Snow on the way, apparently, tomorrow. Hi to Amber Rays, who says, good morning, handsome men. Oh, you. Stop it. Rose says, woohoo! Masterclass fun with Craig and Ben. Yes. Just a quick hello from Kishemi, says Lucine. Michelle Morgan says, hello, crafty friends. Hi, Michelle, you're with us. And Julie Palmer says, can I give a shout out to the camera person? I was on a filming set last week. I didn't realise how difficult it is. It's all robots in here. And with one man, Jamie's like this. He's got like a joystick he gives. You know, like the grabbing machines that you get in the arcade?
Yes.
It's a bit like that. He's really good. He wins Teddies all the time. That's why he's so good with the cameras. Cheryl joins us from Alaska. Nefertiti's in. And Jeffrey Langley says, happy Monday. It's a sunny, pleasant day here in New Hampshire. Right, so masterclass time. Questions, requests, get them in. Craig's going to have a look through the holly and ivy. Have you got some finished samples there?
I do indeed, yes. I was about to say, well, it's obvious I do, Ben, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which actually leads me back to lunchtime in the green room. I nipped round to Greg's, came in, sat down, Ben's in the green room, looking at me and went, do you go to Greg's? Deadly serious, deadly serious. No, you've been to Greg's. Have you been to Greg's? Deadly serious. Like, what gave it away?
Big box with Greg's on it. He went, no. I've been to McDonald's.
I went, no, I've been to McDonald's. And you went, have you? I was like, no. And then he went, have you been there as well? I was like, no. Just went to Greg's.
He offered me a yum in the green room.
I actually went round to the petrol station, across the road from the petrol station, next to the petrol station, for Starbucks, but I didn't realise it's the machine Starbucks.
What, where the Greg's is?
Yes,
I didn't even know.
Next to where George works at the KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the machine one. They didn't have the eggnog latte. So
eggnog latte.
Oh, Benjamin.
Craigelman.
Oh, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I don't know if I've ever had eggnog.
I don't think I have it. So I swear blind, eggnog is Advocaat and lemonade mixed together. Debbie Fisher says it's not, something different. So I'm inclined to believe her, although there is a little part of me, Ben, that's just like, I don't know. I don't know, but it is. It's delicious.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Do you know what? It's just like a big, thick, hot strawberry milkshake, white chocolate milkshake.
Oh.
Bit in hot chocolate with a bit of caffeine.
And you love your white chocolate, so that'd be right up your street.
I do indeed. And while I've been saying that, just giving you some visual ideas as to what you can do with, of course, the holly and the ivy collection. Ben, if you've got the card blanks that we've done, you know, the 6x6,
oh, yes.
the red and the greens and that's going to work so well with this collection.
Those are on the show.
Are they?
Yes.
I didn't actually know. Of course I know. I've looked at my product sheet. Of course I know.
Craft and cream, blue and pink, red and green.
Perfect. Awesome. That would be great for this collection then.
Yeah.
Right, let's go in with our stamping platform here, and I've got some Nina cardstock. Now, I've already got one fully coloured, so don't worry, we're not going to spend the whole of the show colouring, although I know many of you do enjoy watching the colouring. But we're going to go in just with our stamp. Now, I am going to trim my cardstock down, so I've got it bigger than I actually need. So let's go in that kind of direction there. I'm going to go into the centre and then I can trim down afterwards. Now we're going to use our flagstone, that one being our alcohol proof, and it just takes it down a little notch. Instead of it being that harsh black, we're just going in with, of course, the flagstone grey. And then what we can do, let's set it in because that stabilises it as well. So let's just tap with our flagstone. And then once we've got a really nice coverage, let's turn that one around and then let's press that into place. So we're going to be using our tri-blends, Ben, and we're going to go between light green blend and alpine green blend.
Yeah.
I'll talk you through that in a moment. Predominantly we're going to be using the light green blend, but we're going to add a little bit of the alpine green. I love the sketchy look that you get with this one. You know, it's really quite sketchy, artistic sort of feel to it. So let's take that one off, and then if I bring in a scrap of card, and we're going to take, I'm not going to get far with that, am I? Let's go in here, there we go. Now, of course, scrap at home, you can just be taking your inexpensive cardstock or bills or envelopes, something like that. But we're going to go in with the light green blend.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to, is it that one or is it? No, I don't think it. There's 3 greens in the tri-blends, isn't there?
Which ones have you got there?
I've got
Dull green.
dull green blend.
Dull.
That's what it is. I knew it was. Ben, can we go back to you a minute while I go through the other studio and get the dull green blend? Thank you.
Love the jumpers, says Jeffrey Langley. Thank you. Hello, Ben, says Christine Duffy, and my favourite demonstrator, Craig. Ben, I prefer you clean shaven, says Christine. Just my opinion, of course. I always grow a bit of facial hair during November because it's Movember, isn't it? This year, I'm keeping the chin as well because I don't know if I told. I mean, I'm keeping my chin all the time. I don't want to ever lose my chin, but I mean the chin hair because I'm doing some amateur dramatics again this year. And so I'm doing a panto later on at the end of December, early January. But in a few weeks, we're doing an open mic night. I'm going to be reviewing the situation from Oliver, where I'm going to be playing Fagin, and I didn't want to buy a beard, hence why I'm growing a bit of facial hair. I'm going to get really into the part. What do the proper actors call it? They call it like, I'm going to be like method acting, properly, growing the. So that's the reason why I'm going to be growing the facial hair. I actually quite like it as well.
I'm growing mine for the same reason.
Yeah. Are you just going to keep growing yours until it's like down here?
No. Oh. No. It's a little bit like hair. I need to get it to a certain length before it can be like styled, sort of. So yeah, that's why. So I'll get it kind of trimmed and styled.
I like your beard.
Shortly. So many lovely comments for it. So for those that do like it, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's staying.
Yeah.
I've got my dull green blend.
Hey!
Yay! So let's start in with that light tone. And all that I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the whole lot within that light tone to start with. Now I like to do this because the way that I think about it is it's priming our cardstock.
Yeah.
So it's giving us that base of the alcohol layer in the light tone to then, of course, blend out. Now, essentially, Ben, the green that goes into light, medium, and dark, it's the same intensity. It's just the volume of alcohol that goes in. So the lighter the pen, the more alcohol it's in there. The mid-tone, mediocre, and then there's very little when it comes to the dark end, the dark shade. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that we've got really, really nice coverage. This is also a good way to show that even if you use your tri-blends, Ben, as individual colours, you can absolutely do that.
Oh yeah.
It gives it a really nice, smooth coverage. I mean, even if you were just to leave it like that.
Yeah, it's good.
It's giving the tones of the Grinch, isn't it?
It is.
The colour tones.
You're a mean one.
Still never watched it through and through.
What?
No.
What?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm just not. I don't know. It's not that I don't like the Grinch. For me, I don't get any Christmas pleasure out of watching it.
Ah, it's heartwarming. It's a heartwarming film.
Yeah, because it's not Christmas he didn't like, was it? It's the people. That's what it is, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've already seen it a couple of times. It's not high in my list of, Christmas films, but I have seen it. Although having said that, the cartoon version with Benedict Cumberbatch, I started to watch. I had to turn that off. Wasn't so fussed about that.
No.
No, it's got to be the Jim Carrey version.
Oh yeah. Because this was years ago. Because he was on Graham Norton years ago. Because he'd not trained with the SAS, but they came in and helped him because mentally he was losing it. Because was it not like 7 hours he's in a chair getting his Grinch makeup done?
Oh really? I didn't know that.
So 7 hours he was having to sit there.
Oh,
so they got it's like the SAS guys.
Like to train him, give him the mindset.
Set his mindset.
So that is almost quite torturous, isn't it? Sat in a chair for 7 hours getting all of the prosthetics and stuff on.
Yeah. I think it was something like 7 hours to put on and about 2 or 3 hours to take off.
Oh my gosh.
So can you imagine that every single day?
Yeah, that is a lot.
It is a lot, isn't it?
I'd just be like, just leave it on for the whole run.
Yeah, no way.
Take it off in a month's time.
And that's why he's never done another one. I know there's always these rumours that he's doing another Grinch. But that's why, certainly today, he's never done another one.
Because he just couldn't do the makeup again?
No.
Well, I never did.
No.
Michael Adams says, hello guys, Christmas pictures sent in. Liz McLean says, Craig, that is exactly what eggnog is, going back to that conversation. Advocaat and lemonade.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I was sure that it was, but Debbie was saying it's was something else.
Is that, right, okay. Well, Liz says it's exactly what you said.
Yeah.
So is it fizzy, it's a fizzy trig, or is the lemonade flat? If that,
You can have it, you can...
read it.
So eggnog is... Oh. So eggnog's not fizzy. So
No.
Advocaat is... I can't remember what
Because
was
you
this?
buy bottles of Advocaat,
Yes,
don't you?
you can do. Yeah, I seen it in Asda yesterday, actually. It's basically just like whipped up egg.
What's a snowball then? And don't say a thing that you make when it snows.
That is also Advocaat and lemonade.
Right.
That can also be called snowball.
Right.
Yeah.
Confused now.
I know there's all these different ways of having it. So many ways.
Nicola thought it was alcoholic milk eggnog.
Which basically is Advocaat.
But
Alcoholic milk with egg.
Carol D says, eggnog latte in my cup this morning. Eggnog is like liquid custard, which is what you said.
Yeah.
Tracy says, good evening all. Lashing down with rain here at Crafter's Companion helps. I'm loving the Christmas jumpers, Craig and Ben. Thanks, Tracy. And Stephen Nicole joins us. Just a question that's come in, Craig, not related to what you're doing, but Lisa P is getting a bit stuck. She says, whilst using 3D folders like those for poinsettias and pine cones, sometimes it gets a bit staticky and makes the paper jump out. Would an anti-static bag help in this occasion?
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Yep, it would. Something like that. If you're not keen on taping them down into the folder, then yes, something like an anti-static bag or that would work. That would certainly help for sure.
Hi, Rebecca Dancer, who's back to making cards. 30 made so far, halfway through.
Brilliant,
10
well
easel
done.
Christmas cards. You said the new rectangle nesting dies in the stamping platform make sentiments easy, you say. Isabel Laird is in East Kilbride and says, I'm here to learn from Craig and Ben and getting into the Christmassy mood. And good day, says Rhonda, Ben, Craig, crew, team, and all from Oak Park, Chicago. Mistress Dow is with us as well, as is Stephanie Theodos in Farmingdale. And Kirsty D says, we have, brandied eggnog.
Oh, brandy.
Is eggnog strong alcoholically on its own?
I think it can be. If you do it yourself, I suppose it just depends on the amount of alcoholic beverage you pop in.
Now, Michael's saying that an Advocaat and lemonade is the snowball.
That's right, yeah. What did I say?
Well, you said it was eggnog and a snowball, so I'm really confused.
I think it's definitely... Oh, I'm confused as well. I think it's the way that you can make it. Some people will add things to it. I think basically, in a nutshell, the way that I thought about it, or the way that I'd seen it or heard about it, and that is Advocaat and eggnog are pretty much the same. I may be wrong.
Oh yeah, no, Advocaat is eggnog, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
just, I think it's just a brand.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the name. Advocaat.
Yeah.
It's just the name. And then
Add lemonade, you get the
add
snowball.
lemonade, you've got snowball. Or any.
So
alcoholic.
Jan, our resident cocktail maker, says it starts with a couple of shots of Advocaat mixed with a squeeze of lime juice, then you just fill the glass up with cold sparkling lemonade. There's your snowball.
There's your snowball. I see.
You can also include ice and I don't know how to say this, maraschino cherry as a garnish. Advocaat is not to be confused with eggnog, another popular Christmas drink which has milk, cream and rum in it.
Right, okay. So it is alcoholic milk.
Might have to try one this year, you know.
What, eggnog?
Never, ever had one.
No, maybe we'll bring some in.
Shall we?
Shall we?
Are we doing any more Christmas shows this week? Because this is isn't this the last time me and you? No, you're in the week.
I'm in
after
the
next,
rest
aren't
of the...
and then in 2 weeks' time after this
yes,
week.
what's tomorrow's craft along? Oh, it's Ness and Dies, and I'm using Vegas, so that's out. Thursday's cartload day.
Cartload. Friday Night Live. Maybe we could have an eggnog making competition.
Should we do that on Friday Night Live?
Yeah, make some eggnog.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
But
Nicola, you're not in, are you? Johnny's in.
Oh, Johnny's in.
I feel like we should do that.
So we'll get a bottle of Advocaat.
Yeah, and do a little taste test.
And then
Add some lemonade.
get some lemonade.
And rum.
You bring the rum then.
Yeah, I'll bring the rum, you bring the Advocaat. No, we can do eggnog, and then we can have a snowball. Yeah.
So what, will I go to Starbucks and get an eggnog?
We'll run it past Johnny
Pop.
tomorrow. Big Pop, see what he says.
Yeah.
Because I think ultimately it will be his decision as to whether or not we get drunk on Friday Night Live.
That would be cool.
It's nearly Christmas, isn't it?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to do the whole lot, but what I've done so far, I've just now gone in, this is just a white gel pen. It's just a white gel pen. This is a thin one, it's 0.5. Usually I use around about 0.8, 0.10, but this is the only one that I've got. You can use any of them that's came in your craft kit or the Academy of Colour or the big box, you know, that great big beast of a box that Sheena brought.
The artist collection.
Yeah.
Pro sketch kit.
That's it. Yeah. You had a white gel pen in that. And all that I'm doing is I'm just adding just additional highlights, just sketching. That's all it was doing, nothing specific, just sketching, just to pick out some of the highlight lines that you can see here. And then once that is done, I would of course go around with an ice grey pen and then look at that one there, spend a bit more time with that depth, adding that colour. And then you can come along with a nest and die if you want to. I'm just going to use my guillotine and then I'm just going to cut it close to the edge. Might still trim it a little bit more, but we're going to go in. And now at this point, or not at this precise point, but once we've added it to our card bin, what we could bring in is our glitters. We could come in with our glitter glues. We'll do that actually. We'll add some of the glitter glues, trim that down. And then I've taken just some green cardstock from my stash, ivory card. I've just taken some vellum as well. 5x7 ivory card blank or cream card blank. So let's take these little strips here. Because I didn't want too much. I've spent all that time doing the colouring bin. I wanted that to do the shouting. I wanted that to be the focal point. So we're just going to go in and we're just going to add a little strip. So we're going to have it so we've got the matten layer at each side.
Just to say, if you want that cream card, we have got the 6x6 crafting cream card and envelope collection on the show. And blue and pink and the red and green as well. So if you'd like to have your pre-made card blanks, they are available on Shop the Shoe.
Wonderful. I'm just going on with some printed vellum. It's a little bit longer than I need, so we can trim that down. So let's do that. Let's trim here. And then that can get added to our card blank. Pop an adhesive on the back so that way we're hiding it so it's not going to be seen when it comes to the actual vellum.
Can you just recap for Stephanie in a minute as well what colours you used for your holly?
I can indeed. I used a dull green blend.
Dull green.
Dull green blend, and then for the berries I just used the dark red blend. And that's what I used, taking some of the white gel pen of course and added a little detail with the white gel pen. Let's just trim that there. So we've got the base, don't need to do much at all. That we can then set off to the side here, and then even just a little sentiment down in that corner. What I am going to do is, no, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Leave it as it is. Let's go in with our tape. Because I was thinking, Ben, am I going to put it on a matten layer? But I'm not doing that because we've got the white against the ivory. So it breaks it up nicely, creates that different level. And then that one, I'm just going to offset ever so slightly. So we're crossing over onto our main base as well as our coloured image, pulling them in together. And then if we go in with, let's have a look. So we've got these ones here, got a little bit of frost. So I'm going to go in with the sparkling ice. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a shake. And then just over where I've got my little highlights from my white gel pen, this is when it's going to squirt out, you see.
Just for people who haven't seen this before as well, so do you need to heat dry this, or does this dry naturally quite quickly?
What's this?
The glitter glue.
Glitter glue, both.
Right.
If you can leave it to dry naturally, I would.
Okay.
You can heat set it, but be very careful because it'll bubble.
Ah, okay.
It will bubble because it's a glue that's in there. So just be careful if you are going to heat set it. I would have my hot glue gun at a fair bit of a distance back.
Right.
And then just gently start to dry it.
Your heat tool?
Heat tool.
Heat
What
tool.
did I say?
Hot glue gun.
Hot glue gun.
Confused me for a second there. I thought, I know what he means. I know what he means.
Yes, my heat tool. I can't even say it's been a busy weekend because all that I've done is just put my tree and decorations
Maybe
up.
that's what it is. You've disengaged your brain too much.
Well, it has been busy, to be fair. By the time I took everything down from the loft, the attic, and then sorted it.
Sorry, I just thought of something as well. The final week that you're in, we need to do the whole rate my Christmas tree.
Yeah, I'm up for that if you want.
Might
If anyone
post on my
wants-
social media to see if people want to send in their Christmas trees. People, they take it with a pinch of salt. If you don't know, it's become a bit of a tradition. Craig is a Christmas tree decorating expert. And over the years, we've sent in pictures of our trees for him to rate, and he's not known whose tree it is. And on last year's Christmas show, actually, some of you guys sent in your trees as well. So we'll put some posts up, or feel free to email if you've already got your tree up. Email a picture of your tree we can't do pictures at the minute, apparently. I'll put a post up later on my Facebook page.
And I'm ruthless, guys. For anyone that's just joining us, this isn't, oh, I like it, it's nice, it's pretty. This is me like, no, that's tacky, that's bad, that's awful.
If you are happy to have your tree rated by Mr. Christmas himself, and you don't take offence, only a bit of a laugh, then you can send in your picture. I always really enjoy it.
I could be called Christmas Cowl.
Christmas Cowl?
Christmas Cowl.
Oh, Christmas Cowl.
As in Simon Cowell.
Love that.
Christmas Cowl.
Yes.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
There we go. So adding some of that glitter glue, just giving you that sparkle. It will, of course, sparkle. So going back to your question, Ben, yeah, if you can, I would let the glitter glue dry naturally. If you are going to heat set it, have it at a distance because the glue inside, it will bubble. So if you're wanting anything precise, nice little rounded domes, and it's bubbling, it'll bubble, it'll pop, and it won't be as round.
Really fun project from this collection, the Holly and Ivy 11-piece collection. It's £72 or $88. Stephanie just says, I've received some of the ivory card blanks and envelopes, and they are beautiful. They're 6x6 size. If you want to pick those off the shop to show, we've got them in craft and cream, blue and pink. More of a contemporary Christmas, I suppose, but great for your new baby cards as well. And then red and green. Mr. Stout says, I think I'll be sticking with the Nectar of the Gods, a neat aged single malt, pure and unadulterated. Sounds like an advert.
What does that mean, unadulterated? What is it? Someone says that. Rosa, that does the Yankee Candles shows on QVC in the UK, she'll smell it and she'll go, it's a beautiful, unadulterated smell. And I'm always like, what exactly does that mean?
It means it's like pure. It's like it's got like no like added faff to it. If it's unadulterated, it's just like it's as pure as it can be.
Okay.
Oh. Having no, so kind of what I said, having no inferior added substances.
You just said.
Yeah. Pure.
Pure, unadulterated.
That's why they say like unadulterated fun. You know, like pure.
Yeah.
Pure fun.
We're unadulterated. Or does that mean the same? Is that something different?
You're pure.
Pure.
You're unadulterated. Your crafting is unadulterated. Pure. My tree is tacky, says Jeanette. My husband likes lots of different colours and baubles on.
Oh, no.
Now, well, he rated our tree last year that Laura decorates, and it got a very bad rating because Laura well, there's two things. If it was my tree, it would have tinsel on. Laura doesn't like tinsel. She thinks tinsel's tacky. Au contraire,
Nicola.
He loves a bit of tinsel.
I have tinsel. I think as long as
he tinsels his banisters.
Although, excuse me, speak for yourself. Do none of my banisters.
Oh, tinsel my banisters.
No, I put garlands on my banisters.
Ah, I thought you tinsel them.
No, I don't tinsel my garland. Tinsel, absolutely, as long as it's nicely, delicately, sophisticated, popped onto the tree. Tinsel does work. The colour has to be right, though.
And our Christmas tree is like white lights and just...
Rubbish.
Rubbish. I would have more colours on the tree if it was mine, with tinsel. But hey. Don Durfler says, have you seen the original Grinch cartoon with the voice of Boris Karloff? Yes, it's a classic. You say,
is that the one that he watches on Home Alone?
Yes.
Is that the one he watches on Home
Grinch.
Alone? Yeah.
Yeah. And Jane Adams says, hey Ben, when is a car not a car when it turns into a parking lot?
I don't get that.
When is a car not a car when it turns into a parking lot? That's like when is a tractor not a tractor when it turns into a field? Turns into a... Tough audience tonight, Jane. Tough audience tonight.
Tough audience.
Pardon? What? Let's quickly show you the Glitter Glue Christmas 5-piece collection, which you are potentially going to get your hands on. You get 3 bottles in each set like this. I'll show you on boards because it's probably easier to do. So if you go for the 5-piece set, it is 15 bottles in total. There is your sparkling ice. So that is more of a iridescent colour in there, and you're going to get 3 bottles of that included. You have then got your glittering ballroom. So within that, you've got that beautiful golden ribbon, your starlight silver, and your masquerade ball. Festive Frost is the next one, so I suppose that is more traditional Christmas colours. You get another bottle of the sparkling ice in there, but you also get your red currant and then your Christmas wreath, so your traditional sort of greens and blues. More to contemporary Christmas, this one, which is your precious pastels. And again, you know, if you just want to add a bit of sparkle and glittery glue to your projects year round, of course you can, but that one is Lavender Dreams, you've got Winter Sky and your Iris. I don't really feel like our cameras are doing that justice because it's very sparkly just underneath my nose there, but hey, you'll see for yourself when you get this back. And then you've also got your sparkling florals in there. That one again, more of your greens and reds in there. So berry pie, fresh zest in the green, and then you've also got your pansy in there too. £20 or $20 for all of that. That's incredible value for money. I think Craig is great, but there is no way, says Tricia, who is rating my Christmas tree. It's a mix of old and new baubles, all with special meanings. Well, yeah, you can send them in, but also, you know, don't. Nope to tinsel, says Crafty Stacey Lou. I use bows. Michael Adams says a glass of 40-year-old tawny port watching YouTube at Christmas, perfection. Michael, port, yes, with a bit of your blue cheese in there as well. Port and Stilton on Christmas Day, or not in your drink, but but you have your port and then you have your nice bit of Stilton. Blue, do you like Stilton? No. Oh. Port?
No.
Have a port. Rebecca says, Ben, you and Laura need a tree each. maybe that's the way forward. We could decorate one each, and you guys can rate them. I have these glitter glues, and I really love how much glitter is in them, says Eleanor. And Judy Palmer says, I have 3 Christmas trees, 1 navy, 1 neutral, 1 pink and black. When I put them up, I will send a picture. Thank you. Very quickly, just wanted to show you something which has proved very popular on
Can I come across? I've never seen this, Ben.
Ah, ski lodge.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen these once before, I think.
Just while you're going through, I'll have a bird's eye view.
A bird's eye. 6x6 ski lodge, first of all. 12 beautiful designs, 36 sheets, so that is 3 of each. The good thing about Violet Studio is you always get huge value for money, which is being shown here in the fact that you're paying £1.59 for this pad.
That's bonkers.
It is, isn't it? $2.79.
Why have I never seen Ski Lodge before?
Is it? Oh, is it new to us on Crafters TV? That's right. This reminds me a little bit of what was that pad that we did a couple of years ago? Yeah, was it Winter Solstice? It was. Or was the other one that had like those sort of Scandi designs to it?
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Little ski village there. And what's quite nice about this as well, actually, is you've got a few designs in there, which I mean, that's not necessarily just Christmas, is it? I moved past that one. Yeah, it does hurt the eyes a bit. Got cute little snow globes in there. Snip into that, I suppose, if you wanted to, couldn't you?
You could do, yeah.
Mm. Shall I show you the 12x12? Because it's all the same designs. Yeah? Well, the 6x6 price you can see on your screen there. £1.59 or £2.79. The 12x12, £3.
Wow. Wow.
£3.19 or £5.19 is incredible. I feel like this paper here would work quite nicely with some of the details from your holly and ivy, actually.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah, because it is a little bit. Is it little? It's sort of little holly and ivy sprigs.
A little bit, yeah.
There's your little ski village that we were talking about there. You've then got 3 sheets of, I don't know how you describe that one really. Sort
Lines
of like
and dots.
Lines and dots.
Yeah.
Pattern, little frills maybe. Then you've got your globes, merry and bright. Oh, what fun. Winter wishes. Those could be, yeah, little tags if you wanted to. Stick them on your presents. What else have we got in here? More of your sort of winter foliage. Well, that's quite nice.
I like that. I'd like wallpaper like that.
Do you know what I was just about to say some of these? I'd like these in bigger pieces so I could wrap presents in them.
Good idea, yeah.
Well, I suppose if you had a small present, you could use it as wrapping
Yeah.
paper. At this price, you could buy multiples. Look at that! The little ski route, and then you got the little
Do you
cable
remember
cars.
when you were younger? Do you remember you used to get the little plastic penguins and they used to dot, and they went up the little ladder.
Oh, yeah, and then they'd
they
slide
swung
down.
all the way down again. I
What
don't know
was that
why, that
called?
reminds me of that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. God, it takes me back a few years, that, mind you. It was around about the time, I love this with the Christmas woolies, around about the time they had woolies.
Well, Willies. Nicola thought the same.
Christmas woolies.
It was the way you said it.
Christmas woolies.
So smoothly, gently, but with a little bit of speed to it that it didn't sound like...
What do you think I said? Wallies.
Change one of the letters.
What was I going to say? Oh, yes. The Penguin game was around the time they did Screwball Scramble. Do you remember that?
Oh, do you remember Hungry Hungry Hippos?
Hungry Hungry Hippos was great.
Oh, yeah.
We should, we should buy that and bring that in for a Friday Night Live game.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Because they have 4 hippos, don't they?
4 hippos.
Yeah, so we could get like Jakey and like Nicola as well, maybe.
Yeah.
And do a 4-way, couldn't we? Hungry hippos.
Yeah, get that. Yeah, love it.
This is a nice page to go for.
Screwball Scramble.
Screwball Scramble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mousetrap.
Oh, I love Mousetrap. One of my faves. Not Monopoly. Not too fussed about that. You could snip into this. I kind of look
Borders
at
and ribbons and strips.
Yes,
Nice.
exactly. Borders and strippins and strippins. Ribbons and strips
And wellies.
and bellies. Oh, goodness me. Oh, look, you got little 6x6. Yeah, toppers there as well if you want to cut into those. It just means we're getting hot in here now.
It's now getting really hot.
$3.19 or $5.19. Next up, is that the vellum you've got there?
No.
Oh, I thought.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
No, I was having a look at the 6x6.
Vellum. What is it about vellum that I seem to prefer it when it's in a pad? Why is that? Is that?
No, I know what you mean. For me, I think vellum in a pad just seems more luxurious. Anything that's in a pad, it's in a gummed pad.
Yeah.
Just seems a little bit more luxurious.
This is just, again, echoing the designs that you've got in your 6x6 and your 12x12. And again with vellum, because I know we'll get a question in just a minute, a lot of people seem to get confused with vellum, but in essence, you would just be using this how you would think about using your 6x6 papers, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And all you're going to do is disguise the actual adhesive on the back there by putting a oh dear.
Yes.
By maybe popping a sentiment or something over the top first, and then you can then disguise the actual vellum.
That's £2.79 or $3.99. They're all half price, basically.
Now you're talking my
Do you want to
language.
show this one then?
No, you do it so I can watch.
Over 30 decoupage toppers included in this. 24 sheets, die cut and ready to layer.
Brilliant.
Let's have a look. Ready to Laird.
How beautiful are these?
I mean, again, how many Christmas cards are you going to be able to make out of this one set? There's tons in there, isn't there?
But even look at that. So even the sentiment you can decoupage.
Yeah.
It's not often that you actually see sentimental decoupage.
And you will also, in case you get a bit stuck, it tells you which ones you layer.
yeah.
So one.
So you've got P1, P2,
Yeah.
P3.
Yeah.
Kind of a P, please,
1, 2,
Paul.
3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And you get, is it 3 sheets of each? Oh no, 4 sheets of each. I think it is. Yeah. Oh, that's really
look
cute.
at that.
Oh, I love this. Look at that, and that last little sheet there, even down to the most sort of minute detail. So you can have the little man on the skis there, like decoupaged up. This is really cute, isn't it?
Really good. You can imagine as well doing your faux snow or doing your shakers in faux snow.
Faux snow would be amazing. I think you could add some of your glitter glue to these as well, couldn't you?
Absolutely. Great idea.
I think these pads as well are super, super fun to use, particularly if you're fairly new to crafting. If you want to get the kids involved as well, they just make it nice and easy. And you get a lot of bang for your buck here, don't you?
You really do. Because even although some of them, 3 layers, 4 layers, you don't have to use all the layers. Split them out if you want to. So you've got 2 toppers that are maybe only 2 layers instead of the 3 or the 4.
I love this.
This is really nice.
And again, it's £2.79 if you're a platinum member. I'm just trying to equate all this. So £2.79 for that. It was about £2 odd for each of the 6x6s, wasn't it? So 2, 4, 6. So realistically, you could probably get all 4 of those for around about £10, which is incredible value for money. So you might want to grab those. I know a lot of people have already. Maybe multi-order. It's entirely up to you. We're going to have a short break.
Okay.
Yeah. When we come back, you've got ideas of stuff to do, but you're happy if people want to see stuff, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Anything specific, just let us know.
Get off my snakes. We're going to go for a short... I've only got 1 left. Oh, 2 left. I'll go for you have another one.
No, you have it.
No, you have it.
All right.
Come on. We're going to go for a short break whilst we have a snake.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come in to work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch, my favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like, lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me, and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts, and then grab my tea.
Welcome back, everybody. I like the fine tips on the glitter glues, says Jeanette Patterson. Buy them in this show whilst you've got those at a great price. 20 quid for 15 glitter glues is incredible. PB Brewer Martin says, rate your tree, sounds like fun. Doesn't it sound like fun? Sometimes ends in tears, though, you know, particularly when people say, oh, that tree's rubbish, and it ends up being... But anyway, no, it is good fun. Send in your picks. Fred171 says, some candied pecans with the Stilton and Port. I don't know if I've ever had candied pecans. Maybe something to try this year. I've always wanted the penguins and mousetrap, says Zoe Carver. I did have screwball scramble though, and it was fun. Karen Sorrel says, I usually put up 2 white trees. I put the bigger one up in the basement where I craft because it's too hard for me to get up and down the stairs with it. I put up a 4-foot tree on an end table in the living room. They are both decorated with clear and blue lights with ornaments of silver and blue. I like the sound of that. Snake break, says Jeanette Patterson. Yes, we had a snake break. Lol. I like the gummies, says Rosalind Russell. I just can't eat the worms. And Mistress Dow says, I finished the Threaders Advent calendar and stuffed the pockets with gifts today, so it's ready in time for the youngest grandson. Quite a few comments coming in just whilst Craig and I were doing that little section on the ski lodge, and a few of you have commented about that, saying that you like the look of it, and we can actually combine well, 2 questions into one demo here, because, you know, we always say with these shows, if we can, we will, and Craig's particularly good at winging it, as we call it in the business. I mean, he prepares normally, in case any of the bosses are watching, but he's also very good at crafting on the fly. So Crafty Stacey Lou has asked to see some demos with vellum. I have loads and no clue. We can incorporate that with the ski lodge. And Jane McGillivray says, I have the 6x6 ski lodge paper, but I've lost inspiration of what to do with it. So could you potentially come up with something which includes vellum and some of the papers from that ski lodge?
Yeah, let's have a little bit of a play. What I've done is I found some cards. I think the colours work really, really well, and it's from Sarah's Watercolour Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
There was the 4 colours in it. They have the mint blue, navy blue, there's the red, and there's also that brown silver that we've got within the 12x12. So I've just taken one of each sheet, and I've got some white card. I've got a 5x7 card blank. So go in. I have had a little skeggy through them just in that little break there, because I thought, let's go in this one. So this is then going to enable us to use the red and that brown tone. Yeah. So what we're going to do is, I like to take the sheets out. That's just me personally. So if I take that one out, and then they're held in with tiny little pips. You can just pop them out with your fingers, but anything like this, I do like to just go around with my scissors and just give them a little nick, just so that we don't have any residue of the little pips holding them in place. Yeah. But it says, hey, this isn't essential. You don't have to use scissors. You can quite literally just pop them out with your hands. Is this something that you would craft with as well? Do you like the ease of using something like this at home, yeah? Do you know what? It's not the ease, it's the look. I love the look of decoupage. It's from really, well, it is. It's from when I very, very first started. I won't go into the story in detail because I've gone over it a million times, and for those that watch will bore. But the very first 2 crafting products I ever bought in QVC UK was a sticks to adhesive bundle and a Forever Friends decoupage kit.
Yeah.
And ever since then, decoupage has always been one of my favourites. When I was on the design team for many years across with the Hunky Dory team, my favourites was always the decoupage that they do.
Yeah.
The guys now, they do their decollage. I absolutely love that as well. So anything where it's building up that depth, creating that scene with either foam pads or glue gel, which of course I use my foam pads. I love that look. And I try to think back as to where that first came from. Before I continue that story, all that I'm just doing is M1, M2, we've got M3, and then we're going to go into M4, which I've done here.
Yeah.
So all the M's are one lot of images, and then all the N's are the other lot. So this is where you know which ones are for which image.
So if you're going whole hog, it's basically 2 sets.
Yeah.
So 2 cards really, if you wanted, isn't it?
From one sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you're wanting to, where I was saying earlier on, Ben, that you can break it down if you want to, what I mean by that is 2 full images.
Yes.
So instead of doing 1, 2, 3, and then 4, why not just do them 2, and then maybe that one can have that one.
Yeah.
That one can have that one. So just a little nod to the decoupage. So that's giving you 2 cards. Do the same with the that one. So that's 4 cards that you've got out that one sheet. So you can really, really start to eke it out if you want to. They're uncoated, so you could add extra ink around the edges if you want to. That's up to yourself. But going back, what I was about to say a minute ago, I think it stems back from years and years ago, a Christmas card that I got from my gran, she's no longer here. And it was just one image, one circle topper, I think it was, with a character on it, and it was raised on foam pads. And I thought, wow, how's that high? And I remember looking underneath in the foam pad. And that's the only thing that I can connect from first seeing a card with foam pad, that little bit of height, to the love that I've got of foam pad and decoupage now.
There you go.
It can only be that.
Yeah.
You know, might go deeper, but no, I can just think of it being the reason.
And like you say, it's a really fun, simple thing to do, but it does create quite a dramatic effect. And I think particularly if you're giving cards to people perhaps who aren't in this sort of craft family like we are, they, like you, the first time you saw it, might be like, oh my goodness, like that's incredible.
How'd you do that?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, if they don't really know that you're much of a crafter or just dabbling, they go, oh my gosh, where did you get that from? Or where did you buy that? And it's like, I made it. And that always gets that wow. So yeah, really, really is a good thing. To get that wow factor, to get that extra few pounds if you do, or dollars, if you do sell, decoupage is definitely worthwhile trying. And it is really easy. If you don't have confidence with your foam pads getting it right first time, Ben, as you said earlier on today, use your glue gel.
You're exactly right.
Use your glue gel. Really easy. But that one there, the red I've just trimmed to 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. The grey tone I'm going 4.5 by 6.5. Let's go into here. So I've got a nice 1/4 of an inch border all the way around here. And then if I go into here, so you can see, because you've got that translucity of the actual image of within the vellum there. But what I want is I want to have kind of like that same border all the way around.
Yeah.
So that is 6.5 and that is 6, yep. So I want to check, so that is 4.5, so let's come down to 4. So this is going to give us our sheet that's 4 by 6. We can go into here, like so. And that's all that I'm doing, Ben, is instead of using pattern paper, I'm using the vellum instead.
And I love the way you describe this, and we'll say it again. Don't get too confused with vellum, because in its simplest form, you are just using it like you would use your papers. And a lot of the time, it looks great if you tear into it,
Of course you can.
You guys as well like to use vellum as like, it looks lovely as a wrap as well, doesn't it, sometimes?
Like a belly band. A
Yeah,
wrap.
belly band, yeah.
Yeah, to go all the way round. Yeah, we can use it for things like that. Predominantly, that's how I use it, Ben, as a substitute to pattern paper.
Yeah.
That's how I like to do it. But then I really want to see those trees. Yes, they look nice and you start to see the grey tones at the back there, but I really like to make it that little bit stand out-ish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that onto a little bit of white cardstock.
And again, just to talk about vellum further, can you add all of your like inks and colour onto it like you would with paper as well? Can you stamp onto it? Can you stencil onto vellum like you would with your papers, just for people who don't know?
Yeah, you can do. You will need to let it dry a little bit longer. If you're stamping onto it, you do get ink pads in the industry that you can stamp onto a coated surface, Centura Peril, vellum, stuff like that. We don't have one within our range at the moment. Now, I say at the moment, that's not a little hint to what we're getting. I don't know. I just mean, I would have thought at some point down the line, we will produce an ink pad that we can stamp onto a coated surface without it smudging. At the moment, we don't. So the way around that, Ben, is just use one of your pigment ink pads or your waterproof ink pads and then do heat embossing for your sentiments. But yeah, you can add colour onto your vellums and that if you want to. You can foil onto them, you could add glitter onto them, you could add accent detail onto them with things such as your alcohol pens. You can absolutely do that, no problem at all. And then if we just start to then build that one up into here, let's go in now. So what I'm going to do here is I want to, of course, hide. Do we have little sentiments in here?
I think you do.
Do we have individual ones that I could pop out? So we've got red, so there's a tag. I suppose that green one would work.
Merry Christmas. Are they a little bit too big, are they?
Yeah, a little bit, but we can always trim.
Yeah.
We can always trim. Let's have another little flick through. Ideally, if we've got the with love down here, there we go, because it's got the red in there, don't we? So let's go. I always, as well, let you know what I'm like. I would never take it straight from there, Ben. I'll always take it to the very first sheet out the sketch.
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's the way that I am.
Good way to keep it all in order, though, isn't it?
Well, that's it, yeah. There we go. So we've got a nice little sentiment down here at the bottom, which, of course, you could do circle nesting dies if you want to. But what I want to do is, before we stick all that together here, so if I come in here, at the moment, I'm not going to be too sure as to where to pop my tape on the back. So I'm going to put just a tiny, tiny little bit on the back just now. So let's get this into position. So I'm just going to pop that over my Laird there. So that's in the exact position that I want. So I've got my tiny little bit of tape on the back here. So let's get that into position and press that one in. I'm just going to do the same, actually not with the sentiment just now, because that can go on a foam pad. So now I know, Ben, that my adhesive can go all the way around the back and it's not going to be seen.
Yeah.
So we can add our tape. We can come back in with our white matte layer. Now we've got it where we want, I'm just going to then turn that around. Let's just properly add tape on.
Stephanie's just said, I want to be Craig in designability when I grow up.
It's one of those things as well, Ben, over time, the more that you craft in the different ways and styles and looks, and you know, and I hold my hand up, you can, well, I suppose the two Debbies are the same, and that is, you can tell a Debbie card, a Robinson card, you can tell a Craig card. Mine's is really crisp, clean, slick, kind of symmetrical, straight edges.
A bit like you, really.
Well, in a good way, in a good way.
Crisp, clean, slick, symmetrical, straight edges. That's what I always say about you.
It's me.
Yeah.
It's me through and through, through and through. But yeah, I'm not one for jaunty angles or fancy cards and stuff like that. I'll leave that to the two Debbies.
Yeah, you're
They're
a bit more
really
fat-free,
good.
aren't you, your cards?
Yeah, I am like that. I am like that for sure. So, keeping it simple. What I do though, is I will always do my mats and layers.
Yeah.
That's one of the main giveaway from me. So I'm a mat and layer. Really start to build it up and frame it. And even if we were just to keep it like that, going in with our sentiment before we add the decoupage. So let's add that in onto our actual vellum layer.
I really love this because it's obviously the ski lodge, but it has got such, the way you've designed it as well now, it has got a real sort of Scandi art feel to it.
Scandi, yeah. And that is, and I say it quite a lot, it's all about the colours.
Yeah.
It's all about the colours that you choose. Look within the image. You know, we could have used browns, we could have used greens, we could have used tans, we could have used peaches if we wanted to, deep blues in there, navy blues are in there, so you've got a nice selection to choose from when it comes to the image itself. And then we're going to go in with our front topper here.
Yeah.
And let's add our foam pads on the back here. So this is just my foam pads from my stash. I've just got the small ones left. We've got a whole load of them at the side there, but I'm just wanting to try and use these up.
Yeah.
And pop them over the back. So I'm just going to take these off. If you put, always remember and pop some on the back and the centre, i.e. here. Please do take them off. I know some people, I'm not saying they're right or wrong, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but a lot of people will leave the backing on their bed and say it's used for stability,
Yeah.
which it is, but over time it can still bend up as cardstock shrinks in the environment that it's in. So take the backing off. Yes, use it for stability, but you want to use it to actually anchor down as well.
Yeah.
I would say, and if anything, and you know, huge respect to those that do as I've just said there a moment ago. A few of them that do it are friends of mine in the industry, but that is a bugbear I've got on mine.
So he just says, now I know why my cards are wonky and lumpy bumpy.
Because of the foam pads.
I think that's why, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Make sure that you've got a nice coverage of foam pad within the middle, otherwise you're going to get a lumpy bumpy centre. And we don't want that.
No one wants a lumpy bumpy centre, do they?
We definitely don't. We definitely don't. Now, Ben, when it comes to decoupage, you know, I know it off the back of my hand, so I can just go level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that one there, what was the letter? It was M, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So that first layer was M1. That layer was M2.
Yeah.
This one is M3. And then our final one is M4 here.
Everyone's least favourite road, the M4, yeah.
And then all we're doing is we're just matching over the top. So pinpoint a specific point. It is a bad road.
Where it meets the M5 at Bristol, it's terrible, especially on a Friday. M4, M5, oh dear, dear, dear. I've been stuck there for hours sometimes.
Everyone wanting home.
Yeah, having said that though, the M3 is not much better on some days either.
They're all getting bad.
They are.
They are all getting bad.
Not bad as the M25 though, the car park. Oh dear. Nicola's getting road rage in the gallery with all the different roads. The M25 is awful.
She's not even in the car, is she? So what I'm doing here, this one is easier because we can match the corner to corner there. If you don't have quite an easy visible area to look at, Ben, just pick a point.
Yeah.
You know, that man or lady that's in the ski, I can't tell if it's man or lady, but you just have a look, pinpoint one area, and then press down. And then even if we were to leave it like that, that is our 5x7 card.
Brilliant.
Not even cut, not even taken out of the pads, but showing you as well how you can incorporate the vellum. And notice, I don't seal the edges of the vellum, Ben, because it's fully sealed with the adhesive underneath. But now we've got that free flow. If you want it to pop a little bit where the sentiment is, you can do. Usually, I would just leave it, but you've still got that free flowing edges. You can then come along, Ben, with things such as maybe like a pokey tool or a little round tool, something like that, and then just start to round the edges if you want to. So if we can get that one going into the side here, and then even into here. And it's not that this isn't doable with your papers, it is, but it's just a little bit more appealing when it comes to a little bit of your vellum.
Yes.
Just there into the corners.
Oh
twisting
yeah,
that
nice
through.
little touch that.
Nice little touch here. You could add gems, you could add pearls, you could add glitter glues if you want to. But yeah, just combining a few different layers from that ski lodge.
Appreciation for Craig there, because that was just off the cuff, winging it. But that's why you watch us on this channel, because we've got the very best in the business who are able to do that. You know, you wouldn't get that anywhere else, would you not? I mean, you wouldn't be able to interact, first of all. And secondly, if you could, they wouldn't go, oh yeah, all right, we'll just wing the card. No, of course they
Have a
wouldn't.
heart attack.
Yeah, we do it though, you see, because we've got some of the very best in the business. And as I always say, if we can,
we will.
Beautiful, fabulous way to use the vellum, says Stephanie Theodos. Sarah says, this is a really cute card. I like how you've layered up the paper. Hi, Sarah Muir. Hope you're all having a nice day. Thank you. You too. What a lovely card, says Pat. And Jessica says, I love it when Craig gives us tips when doing the demos. Stephanie, love the fact that we've done a 5x7 card live. Stacey Lou says, thank you, Craig, for doing a demo with vellum. Hi, Suzanne Dawn. Ultia, thank you. You say nice sweaters, guys. Thank you so much. And Karen, no, not Karen, Jane McGillivray says, Ben, I love that you always pronounce my name correctly. No, I said Karen, and I said, no, Jane. Oh dear. Ben, I love that you always pronounce my name correctly. Most of my friends don't even get it right, and I've been married for over 30 years. Well, Jane, just doing my job, ma'am. I think it stems from when I used to do the tannoy at Extra Rugby many years ago. We used to have lots of international matches, and very quickly I would need to be able to pick up on the names. Like we'd have the Japanese rugby team come over, like the New Zealand Maoris, and you get some very difficult names to try and pronounce. So I think that's maybe where it comes from. You watch, I'll read someone's name out in a minute and get it completely wrong. Sarah Muir says, I've been doing my Christmas cards today. I made 10 and I have 2 more to go. I've been using the new nesting circle dies and made baubles. I'm really pleased with myself. We would love to see any pictures. I know we can't show pictures now, but that doesn't mean that you can't send them through. So you can message us and maybe your card might feature on Friday Night Faves this coming Friday. Teresa, I've got your message. I'll pop that to Craig in just a second. We're going to show you the Christmas sentiment dies next, though. These are fantastic because what they give you is the kind of base for each of the Christmas sentiments, and then you've got your die, which gives you the detail over the top as well. So it's a real funky way to be able to put your Christmas sentiment, I think, at the heart of your project. I mean, yeah, if you want to create a beautiful scene and then have this as the added extra, fine. But these are sized, I think, in such a way that they really can be that main sort of focal point of your project. Adding some funky card underneath, glitter card maybe if you wanted to do that. The fact that you got them in 2 pieces, if you like, allow you to create lots of different designs. So the sentiments that you've got across the 12 dies are Let It Snow. You've then got your French greeting, Joyeux Noël. Joyeux Noël. You've then got Peace on Earth. One that I think you guys in the US probably say more often than us, Happy Holidays. It's a really lovely sentiment. You've then got your Season's Greeting. And lastly, you have got the Merry Christmas, everyone. Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Snow is falling.
Snow is falling.
All around me.
All around me.
Children singing.
Playing.
Having fun.
Having fun.
'Tis the season.
Love and understanding.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
£40 or $52 is the price for that collection if you would like to go for it. We're going to have a look at these with Craig. As I throw back to Craig, we have a question from Teresa. Hi, Ben and Craig.
Hi.
Hi. I'm just curious, what type of adhesive do you recommend to use on vellum? I have some blank vellum inserts with gold and silver lining, and I can see the adhesive. Please help, says Teresa.
So I would say a really good quality tacky glue that is a very, very thin layer. So I know that I'm biased. So there's 2 that I would say. One of them's not ours, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So I would say either Collal tacky glue, or if you're here in the UK, Sticks 2's white tacky glue, craft glue. Those 2, you really do only need a very, very thin layer of that. if you're still seeing it, have you ever thought about maybe going down even more of the luxurious route and tying it in with twine? And I don't actually mean, you know, actually tie it in, but pop the insert in and then just wrap twine round the spine a couple of times if it's really, really niggling at you. But yeah, I would highly recommend really good quality tacky glue. They're my 2 recommendations for you.
Thank you, Craig. Keep the questions coming. Anything else you'd like to ask Craig, you may as well fire in the questions whilst we are live for the next 45 minutes. Lisa P just says, Craig did a beautiful card on his YouTube featuring season's greetings, and I'm going to copy that for my Christmas cards. And Stephanie Theodore says, my Arabian Nights bundle came along with a new vintage scrapbook and distressed florals. Those papers are amazing, right? I'm glad you got those, Stephanie. You said, I'm preparing myself for projects this winter and my liquid watercolours have arrived. Woo-hoo. Well, you've got plenty to play with right there. As I say, keep the comments coming through. Keep the questions coming as well. We've had some great questions tonight. And again, if you've got a request, even if it's, I don't know, you want to see something that we've got on the show that we haven't yet showed you, something stamped out or something die cut, whatever it might be. If you want to look at those paper pads we've got on the show as well, give us a holler. Preferably in the next sort of 15 minutes, it'll give us a chance then to be able to get stuff sorted for you. And as I say, if we can, we will. Let's have a look though at these Christmas sentiment dies with Craig. These are great, Craig, and I feel like I've only seen these like once before. They sort of passed me by a little bit, these.
Yeah, we've not really featured them a lot, not to my knowledge anyway, because they're really, I absolutely love these. And you can make really, really quick, but really, really funky cards with these ones. When it comes to not just necessarily these, but other items that we've got on the show, always remember, as well as the Crafters TV YouTube, you've got my Crafters Companion YouTube channel that you could go to as well.
Yeah.
I've not done one in maybe about a week now. That's only because it's been so busy. So I'm hoping I'm going to go day off on Wednesday.
Oh, yes.
So I am hoping to try and film another tutorial, because if you don't know, I just do them in my own time.
Hang on a minute, it's your day off though.
I know, but crafting's not day off, is it? It's not work.
I suppose. But if you're filming something for work, then, you know, actually you're not.
Even then, work, it's not work. You know, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't do it for free. But
I was going to say, don't say that too loudly, whatever you do. Craig says it's not work, right, I won't pay him.
I won't pay for it. But still, yeah, just don't always necessarily see it as work. We get to craft. So that is my plan. I do have prep that I'm going to have to do on Wednesday for upcoming shows. Here all week, Incredible Launch Friday. Incredible Launch tomorrow within Launch Party. Make sure, if you're wanting to know how to stick sentimental vellums down, tomorrow's going to be your show. So although they're going to be on the website from the morning, we're going to fully focus on them when it comes to Launch Party. Now what I've done, Ben, is I've gone in with one of our Christmas resist pads.
Oh yes.
Now I know it doesn't look like it at the moment, but what I have got the, let's go 3.5. I've got the snowflake one. So I'm going 3.5 by 5.5. And you can maybe there you can just see the snowflake. It's as if it's been heat embossed by ourselves.
Those pads, by the way, are on the, if you shop the day, you'll find those.
They are indeed. So this morning we had the waterfall and the midnight mist, as well as all the other duet ink pads within, was it the showstopper?
Yeah, the bonus buy.
Bonus buy.
Yeah.
So bonus buy. Before we ink that, let's do our die cut and bend, because after one mention of them this morning within Launch Party, these have been so busy. Now, what are these? These were our plates for our original Gemini Go. They are back in stock on the website. The only one that's not in stock is the magnetic shim. They are, although these are our old original purple plates, these are still cut-in plates. The purple cut-in plates are on the website, the frosted shims on the website, the metal shims on the website, and the rubber embossing mat. So these are the same, essentially these are the same as your junior plates as well as your G2 plates, but they are in Gemini Go form. So they are absolutely tiny, but these are so good. If you're, of course, not got a mini, but you're wanting just even smaller plates, get a hold of these, because you can do your smaller die cuts. Now I'm going to show that by, if I come in with the Let It Snow. Now we're going to need them too. Now I know, Ben, I could do both of these on my junior plates, and I know that. I'm going to do it on these ones just to show you, to serve that purpose. So this back outline die, what we're going to do is we're going to go in with our blue cardstock, blue pearl, and then the top layer, what we're going to do is within white cardstock.
Yeah.
And the reason that we can use these plates within our G2, and many of you have probably still already got these, that is because your G2 has the optical sensor. So they're of course going to go through your Gemini 2. They won't work within your Gemini Junior,
Yeah.
so please keep that one in mind. Even if you turn it sideways with the lever arch sensor within the Junior, they're far too small that they could get caught. So only use them in the Gemini Go if you've still got it, or you can use your Gemini Go plates
In the 2.
in with your G2.
Yeah.
It's the same size, same thickness of plate form. The only thing is they're actually smaller because they're originally for your Gemini Go. So we can see crisp, clean, perfect cut that we've got our Gemini Go plates in. I don't believe, reading between the lines, I do not believe these are going to be a stock and line bin.
Right.
I think once these have gone,
Right,
they've
they're
gone.
So get them now
Get
whilst
them
you can,
while you
multi-order.
can. Yeah, even get your Gemini Go back out. It's an older machine that we used to do. Basically, it's the Gemini Mini, but it was electric.
And it was the one you could, you had a power pack with it, didn't
Power
it?
pack, yeah. You were able to get a power pack and get a really strong battery pack, and you could power it off of that. So that's where these plates have come from. So if you've got the plates already, dig them out and start using them. Or of course, get a hold of them that you can use within your Gemini Go.
I was just thinking with these, because you've got that top layer, would these be far too fiddly to create like shaker with the bottom bit? Would that be really fiddly?
I've got a lot of patience, Ben, but even I wouldn't have
You
patience
would do that?
to do that. No.
No.
Is it doable? Yeah, if you really trim down your foam strips,
Yeah.
but even I wouldn't have
Yeah.
the patience.
Too narrow, isn't it, almost?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little. Yes, it's doable. It's a really good thought. And if you've got the patience and the time to do it, go for it. But no, personally, I wouldn't.
He ain't got time for that.
Now, we're going to go in with the waterfall to start with. And then we're just going to ink up with our blending brushes. And then I'm just going to start light. And then I'm going to go onto the page.
Just whilst that's working, Carol's just saying, since the magnetic plate isn't available, what would you use in place of that to get the thickness you need?
Oh, that's a good question, and I lost my train of thought. What I would do, don't tell Leanne, but chop down a junior shim.
Yes, you said that earlier.
Yeah, so what I would do, I'm kind of going off piece at the moment, but what to do, let's just say you've got your junior. Just take one of the plates in the folders.
Yeah.
And even just chop it. You would get, Ben, you would actually get roughly about three magnetic shims out of one. So yeah, do that. I don't believe that they're coming in stock. As I say, I think this is just the last of stock that we've got. So once they start to go, but if you're going to go for them today, you need a magnetic shim. Take one, take an old one, treat yourself to a new one. Chop it within the guillotine. Should I do it?
Well, it's up to you, pal. It's up to you. Oh, he's going for it. My goodness me.
So, but this is just to show you at home. If you're, let me do the cutting so you can see how easy it is, how it works, and then you've got the confidence to go and buy.
Okay.
If I get into trouble, then I'll just replace one with one I've got at home.
Okay.
So that's roughly, it's about 3¼ inches. So I'm just going to go in, Ben.
Oh, it cuts through there, no problem.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Straight away. Roughly 3¼ cut straight away.
He's gone, whoa, what's he doing?
And then you can see here.
Yeah, you can imagine the hands
Could you
tuned
imagine?
in.
So
love it if
that's
she
the
was
original one, Ben.
Yeah.
Let's take, so these dies here, I'm away to use, are from our shakers, and that is our holly and these little tiny circles. So if I take that And I will go back to the inking in a minute. I just want to actually do this with this magnetic shim that we've created for you to see that absolutely works, no problem. I've done the cutting for you, so you don't need to worry. Pop it to just before the 3 1/4 inches. We've got our base plate. We've then got our frosted shim. We've now got our magnetic shim that we've created ourselves. And then we've got our additional top plate. Run that through. It's not lever sensors with a G2, it's optical sensors. So that is how we can use these really, really small plates. And then you can see here, look at that.
Yeah,
Absolutely
brilliant.
die cut perfectly. So if you are keen to get them, take a magnetic shim and chop it up, and you're going to have one to use, and then you'll have 3 spare as well.
Love
you go.
that. Just don't tell Leanne.
Just don't tell Leanne whatever
Yeah.
you do. Actually, on this occasion, I'm not scared of Tracy. It's Leanne I'm scared of. Tracy, I'll just be like, yeah, whatever, Tracy.
Yeah.
Right, let's get back
You can
to...
tell she's not in the building.
I know you can do, yeah. Totally different story, eh? If she was actually here. But do you know what I mean? And I'm joking about there, Ben, but it's better for me to do the cutting
Oh, absolutely.
than you be a little bit unsure, be a little bit cautious. I'll do it, see how it works. Works a treat. And then you know in confidence
Yeah.
that you can do it at home. So just going to go in with the Midnight Mist now, still using the actual duets, and then we're just going to ink these over. Let me take a little bit of scrap. I just don't want to get my fingerprints into the cardstock. Inking up here. So I'm just starting to lay that colour down within the Midnight Mist before we start to do a little bit of blending.
Janice has gone, oh, Craig, you are so naughty.
I am.
Isn't he, eh? He's a crafting rebel.
Will I still be on Santa's nice list?
Yeah, of course. But you're doing it for the good of the people, Craig.
I did, yeah. Or will I be the little boy that
The Santa Claus forgot. He's the little
so
boy that
sorry
Santa Claus
for
forgot.
that laddie. He hasn't got a daddy. He's the little boy that Santa Claus
I
forgot.
find that terribly hard to listen to Christmas song, I've got to be honest.
Yeah, it's a little bit
It's
of
quite sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Had a little kid who doesn't get any presents.
It's the songs that my granddad used to always play for me.
Oh, yeah.
Used to, yeah. Them. Here we go, just inking up.
Need to get some Christmas tunes on soon, actually.
Have you not got them going yet?
No. Well, I only have like an FM radio in my car. So if I
How
want
old's your car?
10 years old. So, but, well, the car that I bought, which me and Laura were going to share,
Yeah.
she's basically taken that as her car. So I never really get the opportunity to drive that car. That's got a DAB radio in it where I could listen to Heart Christmas. That's a really good point, Nicola, actually. Who leaves? I should just take that car, shouldn't I? Yeah.
You should.
I'm too nice, that's my problem, you see.
Heart Christmas.
I'm also very scared of my wife. Yeah, I'll just, it's fine. I'll just put my Christmas tunes on my phone instead. That's what I'll do.
You do. I've got them on. Although a lot of the radio stations are now starting to play every now and again Christmas
Are they
songs.
actually?
Yeah. Yeah. I was listening to JK and Amanda this morning, and they played Wham! Last Christmas.
I remember from being on the radio, it was probably a little bit too early, but around about this time you would drop in sort of one Christmas song per show.
Is that how it was? Or
Yeah,
how it
and then as
worked?
you got into December, you'd have like 2 per show in the first week, 3 per show second week, and then by the time Christmas week arrived, it's pretty much every other song.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. You're definitely on my nice list, Craig, says Victoria.
Thank you, Victoria.
Sarah Muir says the resist paper is super pretty. And even all, says Grace, I'm late tonight, so I didn't finish work till late. I'll have to catch up after. Oh yes, go back and watch all the shows today.
Do
Craig
that.
has been on form.
I mean, look at that being the resist pad. How fab. I just gave it a little bit of a buff with kitchen roll there. You could use a microfiber cloth
Yeah.
if you want to.
Yeah.
You can do that. But then I've given myself a white matten layer, given myself a blue, and that's too big, so let's trim that down here. So nice little 4x6 card, which at Christmas time, if we are posting a lot of cards.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I know I always say this, certainly for you guys stateside, however, our postage in the UK is not much better, that's
It's
for sure.
so expensive.
So expensive.
How much is a first class stamp now?
Was it
It must be
couple of
What?
quid or something? Couple of quid or something?
£1.65.
Yeah, for a first class, doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
What?
yeah,
That is unbelievable.
yeah. I had to get a book of stamps couple of months ago. First time in ages, I had to get a book of stamps, and it was about £5 odd, £6, if not a bit more. Actually, I think it was a little bit more, £6 odd.
I can't believe that.
I know.
Last time I bought a book of stamps, they were 19p first class. £1.65.
The last time I bought a stamp before a couple of months ago, I was licking the back of it.
They all come with barcodes as well now, don't they?
Doing barcodes and everything, they're all high tech, aren't they?
Yeah, but so you can't like buy. You have to use them by a certain point, can't you? Because what people were doing was buying loads of stamps when they were a lot cheaper, knowing the prices would go up, and then saving them.
Okay.
That's why they've put the little barcodes on them now, as I understand it.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. At the current price, you're not bulk buying them. But if you've got ones that haven't got the barcodes on, you probably can't use them anymore. That's what I'm meaning.
Barely afford the envelope, never mind the stamps now.
I'd rather just walk round and post. Do you know what I mean?
I'd just
Where
rather
are you sending that to, Devon? I'll just walk. 165.
I'd just rather not send that speeding ticket.
Hero.
Joke.
Or is it? Second class is 85p. How much does it cost? But it's even still, it's expensive. How much does it cost in the States? Is it like, is that the equivalent sort of price in the States? You have to let us know.
In the States, it's bigger, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Like, how much does it cost? Like, if you wanted to send a card, say, coast to coast in the States, like, how much would that cost? I've got no idea what the price of that would be.
Yeah, if I was to send, I'm trying to think that, so, something like this. So if I was to send that just home to Scotland,
Yeah.
I'm about, it's about between 380 and 450 for that. Something
Why?
Like
Is that
yeah.
what?
But because I've got a little bit of weight to mine, there's weight into it. But yeah, that's it. And that's just going four hours up the road.
Jeepers.
FYI, that's on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out.
Wow.
So, yeah. And that is why a lot of the times I'll say, certainly for you guys stateside, you'll ask about giving or posting cards. That's how 9 times out of 10, Ben, I actually don't give cards without presents. So therefore, what I do is their present, if I am sending it, the present obviously goes in the box. So the card goes in the box as well. That's the way that I do it.
God, dear. Yeah, second class, 85p. Last card I emailed, says Jennifer Love, was $6.35.
Whoa.
That is, are we? Well, I don't even know what the exchange rate is these days. Is that
It's not far
not
off.
far?
the
So it's going to be
same,
about
no?
£6, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow,
It's not off because the software that I use for my social, it's charged in dollars, and when I do the exchange rate, I was just away to say it's about a £5 difference, and Nicholas just said it's £5 and 1 pence.
73 cents for first class, says Lisa P. Then 28 cents for an extra ounce in the US. Wow, we said that. Yeah, so you can see how that gets quite expensive very quickly.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's part of the reason as well, not just within Masterclass, but this morning within the launch of our magazine. That's why a lot of my cards today I've purposely reined back.
Yeah.
I've kept smaller, I've kept thinner, because as we're going into that time of the year, even although the magazine isn't Christmas related this morning, still making birthday cards. You know, birthdays and anniversaries and weddings still happening, even although Christmas is coming up. So I just try to rein it in that little bit more. But inked our background, layered over the top with the snow, let it snow. and then I'm just going to add foam pads to the back, and then we can then just start to finish it off.
Lovely. I just looked at the time. We've only got 25 minutes left. We will give you time to check out shortly if you've got stuff in your baskets. Grace says, I thought they put the barcodes on to stop people peeling off the ones that didn't get franked and reusing them. Maybe that's the other reason. I'm sure if you have got old stamps, like with the old banknotes, for example, I'm sure you could probably send them back to Royal Mail and they'll give you like the equivalent value for them now. But I'm not sure. Rosalind says, a book of 20 stamps in my area start at $15. Last card I sent was almost $5. After a certain thickness, the card is labelled as packaged. That's what they do in the UK, isn't it? Because they bring out the little fake post box, don't they? To see if the thing will go through.
It doesn't quite. You've always just missed it.
Yeah, and you're like, just squeeze it through.
It's like, oh, it's not important. Just squeeze it through. Oh, can't do that. Can't do that.
Thank you, Heather Whitblue says, oh, my favourite duo, Craig and Ben. Thank you, Heather. And she also goes on to say that Craig is so good at adding the glue, I make too much mess on fine pieces. I suppose that's where the fine glue tip applicator does come in.
Yeah, when you get one that you're not finding.
Yeah, exactly right.
Absolutely, for sure. It's one of these things, it's practice as well.
Yeah.
It's practice. And then the more you do, the easier it becomes. But that's that little triple holly. That was from the shaker tag set that I've got. And then the little berries here were also from that set too. These originally were just to make your own little shakers, but it's nice just to be using as little decoration. Actually, it's too big. Let's pop that one in here. Dip that in, like so. And even if I do 1, 2, 3, couple of berries into the side, just to pull the eye in. 1, 2, and then 3, like so. And then there we go. So we've used that resist background. We've used the midnight mist and then the waterfall, and then we've used that let it snow with the white card, with the navy blue pearlescent, and then some of the little embellishments from the tag die set.
Lovely that. If you do want the Christmas resist pad, if you shop the day, because that was on the launch day show from this morning, you will then also be able to see today's launch, which is our brand new Crafters Inspiration magazine with all of the trimmings. Here's the set there if you want to be able to recreate that card that Craig has just made. This is the Christmas Sentiment Dies 6-piece collection, so you get 12 dies in total for just £40 or $52. Your sentiments are Merry Christmas. You have got your season's greetings. Happy holidays, which as I say, I think you guys in the US will probably use a lot more than us here in the UK. Peace on earth. You have got the Joyeux Noël. And then lastly is your Let It Snow. That is stunning, Craig, says Grace. I love it.
Thank you, Grace.
And Lisa P says, but on the subject of postage, I will say that one cannot put a price on the joy cards bring. My friends and family really enjoy them, so it is worth it. And I think that is definitely true to say. Kathy Green joins us from Mechanicsburg. She says, hi, Craig and Ben, the dream team. Thank you. How's Mechanicsburg? Good, I hope. And Rhonda Crowley says, that's exactly why nobody writes and sends letters anymore. I stopped sending Christmas cards because it got so expensive that one almost has to take out a loan. And I have a huge family. Isn't it sad that we don't get like many handwritten letters anymore?
It is, isn't it?
Used to be the joy of having pen friends and stuff like that on holidays.
Yep.
And getting
it's just bills.
Yeah, now it's just bills or just junk mail, isn't it?
Yep.
But never mind. Never mind. The good old days.
You even get like the little freebies now. You remember you used to get like companies with skincare or whatever, they'd send you little freebies through the door. You don't even get that now. No.
Just bar humbug, isn't it, really? Bar humbug. We are going to take a short little break right now. It is our Christmas masterclass, so if you have any final questions you would like to throw our way, please do so, because by the time we come back, we're going to have less than 20 minutes until the end of the show. So anything you want to know, anything you want us to show, fire those questions in, and we will be back with you in about 4 minutes' time.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. Yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Welcome back. Stunning, Craig, says Grace. I love it. And Heather says, wow, Craig, what a shocker. Looks like your beard is in full. It looks great. Ben too. Are those beards to celebrate Christmas? Well, I can answer from my side. I always tend to grow a bit of facial hair in November because it is obviously Movember, you know, men's charities and all that kind of stuff. But also this year, I'm keeping this for now because in my drama group that I've joined, we were doing the panto in December, January, where I'm the dame. But in 3 weeks' time, we're doing like a panto, sort of, like a show night where you get to perform a song. So I'm doing Fagin from Oliver. So I thought I didn't want to pay for the beard, so I thought I'd just grow it, my dear. So that's why I'm growing my beard. Why are you growing a beard?
I've been growing mine for months. I've not just been doing it all of a sudden for the month for a reason. I've just been growing it for the last 3 months now.
Do you know what? I'll let the cat out of the bag a little bit here, but it's not that bad. We're doing a Secret Santa here at work. I so wanted to get you
Did you?
Yeah. I would have bought you some beard baubles.
Oh.
Have you seen that?
I have seen them, yeah.
That would have been one of my gifts to you. He's glad he hasn't got me now. I genuinely don't know who has you.
I don't know who it is.
Who did you get again?
I've not said who I've got. It's not you.
Isn't it?
No.
Aww. Does anyone know who's got me?
No, I don't know.
You think you know who's got me? Do you know who I got? I'm not telling you.
We better move on, we'll get into trouble.
Oh yeah, move on. Touch of sparkle. There you go. We've got 2 Touch of Sparkle bundles for you. We've got the Essentials collection, which is the stamps, the template, and the dies. But however, if you want to add the sparkle, you need the sparkle. So you need this set, which is your picky up. Jan's just gone, Ben, you're terrible at Secret Santa. Lol. Yeah, I know. You've got your Picky Up Pokey Down tool, which is your wax tool, which is going to make things easy when you are applying pearls and gems to your projects. With that, you do get your replacement wax refills as well. So you get 3 of those included, along with the one that you get within your pack. We give you your gem adhesive too, so that is also included within your bundle. And then, count them, everybody. No, don't actually. We haven't got time for that. You are going to get 1, 2 trays of gems and pearls. There are, I think we said 20,000 gems and pearls all together across those 2 sets. So plenty to be playing with. And what is so lovely again about this collection is that with the gems and the pearls that you might want to add, before we came out with this, it was potentially a faff, wasn't it? You know, trying to apply these with your finger or picking them up with your tweezers and going everywhere. Now we've made this a joy because you've got your wax tool there, you've got the correct adhesive too, and you've got a whole host of different colours of gems and pearls to be working with, making something which was difficult very simple to do. So you can pick this up today for just £46.40 platinum or $58.40. And like I say, if you look on the Shop the Show, if you want the other bits and pieces to be able to create with, we've got the Essentials collection also available as well. Paw Prince ×4 says, Ben, Secret Santa, it's a secret. Shh. Ah, that's where I've been doing it wrong. Everyone tells each other in the end though, don't they? And my Touch of Sparkle collection should be here today, says Jessica Stricker. Well, we are going to have a look at this with Mr. Craig. What are you going to show us?
We are going to show you the Touch of Sparkle. Now what I'm going to do is refer to that one there being done across on my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel. So if you go across there, you'll see me make this in real time. So I thought I was going to do something else, and then I thought, I know, why not do this star, Ben? But let's just show you how you can do this straight onto card blank.
Yeah.
So once again, we're going to be able to use the elements of the Touch of Sparkle, but we're cutting down on costs when it comes to postage, because instead of doing the mats and layers, we're going straight onto our card blank. We're still going to get that tactile feel of the gems. They're not going to add a lot of cost, still going to a flat envelope, and then even just having the sentiment there. So every point thinking about cutting down the cost when it comes to postage. And sometimes we forget about just going straight onto our card blanks. So let's do that. I've just opened up my card blank, of course, because we don't have that third circle anymore. It makes it a little bit easier. And I'm not going to use the die for them. So we're just going to then go straight in with the stamp, and I've got my template. So let's go in with the actual star itself, and we're going to just position that straight into or onto our card blank. So we're going to go into the center here, and then we're going to go in, and then we're going to take, I've got some gold embossing powder, so we're going to take our translucent clear ink pad, and let's give it a really, really good coverage with that ink pad here. Remember, this is the ink pad as well that you would use for your, I keep forgetting.
The pearl powders.
Pearl powders, yeah. So can you imagine using the pearl powders with your Touch of Sparkle? So instead of going over with your embossing powders, like I'm away to do, go over with your pearl powders, then go over with the template, and then pop the gems or the pearls in place. So I'm going to go in, and just to make sure that I've got really, really nice lay down of colour of watermark, I'm just going to go in with the second impression, which of course now I have no worries in the world. I would bet Ben's whole entire year's wage that we get no little shadows when it comes to our stamping. So let's press that in, and then you can start to see that watermark, and that's why it's called watermark ink pad, because it creates that watermark. Now, it's not sticky enough for things like glitter or gilding flakes. It has to be a really, really fine powder. So let's do that. I've got a gold embossing powder. And going back to this morning when we were talking about our colours of the embossing powders, I was saying, really, I've only got about 12 colours, and then the rest I just use our pigment ink pads. Predominantly, a lot of them are like metallic colours. So I've got the golds, I've got copper, I've got silver, etc., etc. And then the others are kind of generic colours. So let's pop that into there. What I could have done beforehand is used my anti-static bag, because I'm left with a little bit of excess just around the edge. So even just go in with a little brush there, and then I'm just tapping. If I use my anti-static bag to start with, this wouldn't be an issue. But even if you forget or you still get some of the anti-static, just go in with a brush close to the edge. Don't go right onto the line, because otherwise you're just going to brush it off. But you can, if you were to brush it off, you can still go back, Ben, and sprinkle more, and that will adhere to the image. So let's go in with our heat gun. So let's go in. We're going to get that to temperature. And as I always do, and I always say, I'm going to start at specific points. I'm going to start at the top, and as that melts, we're going to then move it. So that's it now melted. So we're just going to travel top to bottom all the way along.
And you're always just holding this and moving it rather than like shaking it like you would a hairdryer, aren't you?
Don't waft it. You only waft if you're drying. Keep it still. If you waft, Ben, what you can do is you can actually brush off some of the powder. Yeah. Because it's delicately stuck to the watermark. So therefore, any kind of air or any sort of wind, anything like that, can actually blow the powder off. So you just want to stay still. This also asks a question. Look, it will warp to a point. That was a question I had earlier on as well. It will warp to a certain point. So all that we need to do is we just need to go in. You know, if you're doing mats and layers, we're obviously keeping it flat to save on postage. But if you are doing mats and layers, that's then going to, of course, just start to anchor it down. So straight away onto our card blank. Even, do you know something? It's a really nice design to be using on its own. But we are going to open it up, and then we're going to go in with our template. Now, Ben, if you don't already know, I do this different to others. I think I do it different to everyone.
I don't think I have seen you do this yet, have I?
I'm not sure if
How do you do it different to others? That's what I want to know.
So I will show you. So what I'm going to do is it's not exactly symmetrical. I know it looks symmetrical. It's not exactly symmetrical. So all that you want to do is you just want to make sure that you've got it the right way here. Right, got it in the right place here. So what you can do, go in with your glue and dot your glue in those little circles. And then either put the pearls in or maneuver it, move it, and then pop the pearls down. I don't. I keep it in place, Ben, but what I do is, where's my pencil? So either a pencil or a pen, something like that. What I'm doing, let's overlay so it's bang over the top again. So get that where we need. So you're just going to overlay. And then what I do is I just go in with a pen or a pencil and I do a little dot. The reason being I just find it a little bit more flexible, a little bit more easier to then pop the glue over the dots afterwards. Also, see the small dots, I wouldn't be able to put large gems in them because the holes are too small.
So with the template, you are
restricted
a little bit if you
slightly.
want to put in a larger gem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So if you put little dots in, just as a visual, you're not going to see them because the gem or the pearl is going to cover it up. But if you start to then pop them in, maneuver that, now you can just see tiny little dots. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to go in with our glue. Now, if you run out of this, Ben, and we don't have it in stock, just use our tacky glue.
Yeah.
Tacky glue works a treat. So I'm just going to open this one up here. I'm going to go in just with my little tray that I've got, and then I'm just going to go in with some of these darker reds. So if I go in, I'm just going to pop these onto my tray, like so, and let's do some of these ones. So if I pop that in to there, and then all that I'm going to do now is I am in full control as to what size I pop where. So if I start maybe just at the top here, and I'll just do dot, dot, dot. Now I won't do the whole lot at first. What I'll do, Ben, is maybe like a little section.
Yeah.
So if I take my wax pickup tool and then just pop them exactly where I want them, and you'll be surprised actually how quick it is to cover the area. You're just going to work your way along, dot, 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 and you can mix the colours, you can do some gems, you can do some pearls if you want to, you can alternate if you've got different gems and pearls at home, you can use them as well, or glitter glues, just go over the little dots with your glitter glues.
Yeah.
Or glitter glazes, absolutely anything. You don't have to just use your gems or your pearls. Let's just pop them in, working our way along, just pick up, let's take that one off and put the large one. And I love this, it's so, for me it's so therapeutic. Maybe you're one of those that love, you know, the crystal art kits and the diamond dots, things like that.
Oh yeah, you can do like massive pieces with those.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And you will have, I know certainly the guys across at Craft Buddy that have crystal art, I think it's about, whenever it comes to their kits, you have about a quarter more than you actually need. So you're always left with spare. So use your spare from all your crystal art kits, or if you do the diamond dots, any of the spares that you have left over, use them when it comes to our set.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad that I've seen you do this because, like you say, it gives you options then, doesn't it? If you want to keep that template in place and do it exactly as that template allows, you can, but your way does allow for a lot more freedom, I suppose, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you just do whatever's up to you.
Whatever is up to you. I'll just do these last little couple here in the centre. But it's entirely up to you. Small, medium, large, jumbo, glitter glues, glitter pearls, glitter glazes. You can do whatever you like. There we go, I'm going to finish there. But you can then keep going all the way along the bottom. So you can imagine that straight onto a card blank, Ben, or even if you do it onto a white piece and just do an inky background, which was the Rosy Apple.
Rosy Apple, yeah.
Of the duet. But that's it.
Absolutely brilliant. There's lots of love coming through for the touch of sparkle. Jessica says, just arrived. Hard part is I have to save it for Christmas, says Jessica. Oh, it's not too long though, is it? Not too long. Sarah says, I have 2 packages arriving today, the vintage and distressed floral papers and the liquid watercolours and the modern man selection. I'm very happy for those deliveries. Someone else who commented earlier said that they received those today, which is lovely. And Rosalind says, the Spectrum Noir ink pads are so luscious. Clear embossing powder brings any colour to light on a card. And Tracy says, great tips on the vellum. Thank you, Craig. I haven't used my vellum insets yet, but they look lovely. Kendall's just bought the Holly and Ivy collection as well, and the papers for it too. Marvellous. fabulous. Thank you everybody for all the lovely comments coming through. We thoroughly enjoyed this show. There's loads there for you on the shop today. If you want to pick up other bits and pieces across this show. I mean, we've not touched on everything, but if you like the Violet Studio range, we've got the Home for Christmas available for you on the show. We've got the Jingle All the Way, a brilliant price for you, which we haven't touched on, and also those two fantastic Christmas pads, the Winter Berries and the Winter Forest on the show, and cute characters for you, and shaker tags. We kind of, as I say, I feel like we got through a lot, but when I look at what we didn't get through, we needed a 4-hour show really. But wasn't it brilliant that we were able to answer your questions, and also Craig was able to throw in that little impromptu demo with the ski lodge, which was lovely. Thank you everybody for a fantastic day. We are back tomorrow.
Yes.
We're starting off with a craft along tomorrow, I think,
Do
aren't
you
we?
want to see it?
Oh, go on then.
So this is off the back of a very quick demo I'd done about 2 weeks ago. So it's all about the nesting dies, Ben. Remember what we'd done with the flamingo papers?
That's brilliant.
We're going to be doing with the Vegas collection. And all that is one paper and one of the dies. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to create our own pyramid using our nesting dies. That's a craft along. And then later on in the day, we're going to be having a look at the outline dies. We're going to be having a look at the sentiment. And we've got the brand new launch of the washi tape that's self-adhesive, and it's got all the different sentiments.
I love the fact that we're doing washi tape.
Yes.
I feel like we are bringing it back, aren't we?
Well, it is vellum washi tape, which is great. It's brilliant.
Going to be a fab day tomorrow. There's so much to look forward to this week, actually. Craig's in for the majority of the week. You've got Sheena here on Wednesday as well. And that is going to be an unbelievable day. So plenty to look forward to. As I say, in the meantime, do check out the shop today. If you've missed anything today, you can pick up all the deals. We've got that brand new Crafters Inspiration magazine as well, issue 7, which comes with all of the goodies. And of course, there's a showstopper option there too. So if you've not yet seen that, you can pick that up, go back and watch the show from earlier on. And if you head to the website as well, there's various sales on currently, including I think a Christmas sale. So do have a look if you get a chance. Just to say a final thank you to all the team. Thank you to Jan for the show. Of course, thank you to Craig. Thank you to Nicola. Thank you to Jamie. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to Tracy. I think that's everybody.
And you.
Oh, and you. See you tomorrow, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, whatever you're doing. And until tomorrow, from me and Craig.
Toodle!